Welcome back to the Choose Your Own podcast. I'm Jeremy.
And my name is Tejj.
And today we are going on a journey under the sea.
If this is your first time with us, you better get ready, because our type of journey is unlike any other. And if you have been with us before, you know where to put your mouthpiece. Let's get us started. The first page...
We gotta talk about the cover. Look at this cover art.
I got way ahead of myself.
Just a brief. You're excited. We're excited to be here. Hope you guys are excited. Just a little quick background. Choose Your Own Adventure books are made by this company, Chooseco, CYOA.com. They got a website. Check them out. We're not sponsored by them or anything. Figure I'd give them a shout out so they don't hate us. And yeah, this cover, I just want to say that, we don't have to be on it for too long, but I mean, first of all, the first book we read, The Abominable Snowman, go check that out if you haven't, has like 20-something endings. I forgot. What was it, like 28 endings or something?
Yeah, something of the sort. We made it through the first, possible, real ending, the complete...
Yeah, now we're giving this one a read, but we're going to go back to that one also. But this one has 42 endings, so I'm thinking... This will be a crazy one. And on the back here, we explain the backs in the other one. They're like little charts that show you basically all the possibilities very vaguely. And looks like there's a whole lot of decision making we will be making today.
So it looks like we're in this cool little pod-like yellow submarine. If you guys ever watched Dragon Ball Z, it kind of looks like...
Oh my god, it does.
It kind of looks like the pod that Vegeta flew in, except it's
made...
Dragon
Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Except it's made for ocean travel, and it's got looks like some kind of large octopusian / squid-like tentacles.
Octopusian, yes. No, maybe a kraken. It does look like a giant octopus, but kraken-sized. Like a colossal, coloctopus. Who knows? There you go. There's the name. Looks like there's some Atlantis stuff going on, maybe. Oh, I only say that because, look, or, a sunken city of some sort, because we're underwater here, but there's, I see symbols. It looks like there's shells, but they're glowing, neon green. Lime and, not lime neon green, so they look weird, I don't know. Look like symbols on a building. Looks like there's a building here or something. So that's cool. That's really it. We're in the sea. Lots of fish. I'm excited. I think going in a submarine is terrifying. For good reason. Being under the sea in deep sea, I feel is a crazy, deadly experience.
The constant threat of drowning? Yeah, that's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, you're in a submarine. It's basically the only way you're alive in the deep sea. Yeah, we got our boy, I forgot to introduce him. We got our boy Gary with us today. He's our behind-the-scenes man. He's saying how it's fucking crazy, as in being deep under the sea, exactly, giant creatures.
I don't know about you guys, but drowning or not being able to breathe is probably the toughest way to fucking go.
It's one of the worst ways to go. That, burning to death, We're really happy here, really positive. We're talking about really...
Oh, speaking of burning to death, if we're going to make our quick segue, on my way here, I watched a quick documentary about Ivan the Terrible. This guy lived in Cleveland for 30 years, yeah. And ended up getting extradited to Israel because he was instrumental in killing 6 million Jews in a concentration camp.
Wow,
this guy was actually a fucking psychopath.
That's hardcore. I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
I am a Jew, so that's in my it's in my interest range, I guess.
And when you actually I don't know, man. It's actually crazy, because you got the wrong guy. And he's kind of plays it off, it's
he's
wild.
A Ted Bundy type. He's I didn't kill 6 million Jews. What are you talking about?
And his kids totally believe him and everything. If he killed 6 million
Jews, that means he killed every Jew in the Holocaust.
He was a
good amount of them.
He was
we are literally talking about the Holocaust right now. This is getting real dark. We haven't even gotten into the book yet. But it's true. Deep sea scary, genocide scary. It makes sense. The connections are there.
Death is frightening, man. And it sticks with you.
Yeah, I'm freaked out. I was freaked out. You guys can check out our first episode when we're learning all about these books and stuff. There's a lot we learn. One thing I learned is there's a lot of twists and turns, and so that's why we're nervous of death. We'll see what happens. We'll try keeping us alive, all of us together alive, while we go on this journey today. And I'd also like to shout out our boy R.A. Montgomery, the author of these books. We've only read one of them so far, like we said, but it was a treat, and looking at this one with all the way more possibilities makes me very excited. So let us begin. Yeah, right here on the first page there's some quotes, but they're the exact same quotes. So I guess they couldn't find many more kids to print these quotes on these books. So we're not doing that.
We're skipping.
And we got a nice picture here of a submarine again, but nothing crazy. Looks like some manta rays, a weird city road underwater. Like I said, Atlantis. That's what my prediction is. Oh my god. This one's dedicated to different people, though.
Shout outs.
Okay, so it's dedicated for Anson and Ramsey, who I said have sweet names previously, but also, fun fact, they are both R.A. Montgomery's children. I believe they're both boys, if I recall correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that. But, I think I have it right here. We could pull it up. But also, look, there's new people. Last time there was a guy with a cool name. Here, let me pull that up. Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, well, that's how it goes. Anson and Ramsey, they're R.A. Montgomery's children, so I think that's sweet. And this book it's dedicated to Avery and Lila as well, and to Shannon. So we got a lot of dedications there. Whole lot.
Shout outs.
All right. This is okay. It's not the same. I thought this was the same too, but it's not. So, it starts the same. Actually, this is all the same. This is not.
Beware and warning.
This book is different from other books. You and you alone are in charge of what happens in this story. Good, so it always gives us this brief introduction for those of you who don't know what's about to happen. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences. You must use all of your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence. The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death. But don't despair. At any time, you can go back and make another choice, alter the path of your story, and change its result. And here, Tejj, you can read this new section right here for our new adventure.
Now enter the mysterious and beautiful world of Atlantis.
I knew it.
May become famous. You might decide never to return to Earth, world above, or you may not get a chance to make that decision. Whatever happens, good luck.
See, this is what we're saying. Horrible death or enlightenment. These seem to be the themes in these books.
It's just like
we reached enlightenment last time.
You're either going to die horribly or you'll get what you want, basically.
It seems like both extremes, honestly. It's like you die horribly or you get way more than you even asked for. Because last time we ended up in Shangri-La. So, and we were looking for the abominable snowman.
So let me get us started here. So you have... It's basically an illustration of a man walking into what seems to be a little bit of a submarine pod that's suspended in air by these metal hooks. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna go ahead and read what we got here.
Go for it, sir.
You are a deep sea explorer searching for the famed lost city of Atlantis. This is the most challenging and dangerous mission. Fear and excitement are now your companions. It is morning and the sun pushes up the horizon. The sea is calm. You climb into the narrow pilot's compartment of the underwater vessel Seeker with your special gear. Seeker, I guess, is the name of our ship here.
That's rad.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sick, dude.
Sick, dude.
The crew of the research vessel Murray screws down the hatch clamps. Now begins the plunge into the depths of the ocean. The Seeker crew begins lowering by a strong but thin cable. Within minutes, you are so deep in the ocean that light flitters down to you.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And we're here.
Oh, God. We're already at the deepest depths of my fucking nightmares.
Keep it going.
You peer out the thick glass porthole and see strange white fish drifting past, sometimes stopping to look at you, and an intruder from another world. Oh, yeah, they're looking at us like an intruder from another world.
Well, listen, one thing I gotta say is, based on these two books we already read, we're into a lot of things that people would deny in our society today, you know. We're like conspiracy, you know, we're into the cryptids, we're looking for abominable snowmen, we're looking for Atlantis, and
if you don't believe in aliens, you're a fucking chump.
Unless, I agree, totally 100% agree. Big universe out there. And not only that, but I'm betting Atlantis is real, based on what's already going on. Just like the abominable snowman was real to the point of where my mind was blown. So, I like the world. I like this world we live in. Alright, page 2, let's see. The cable attaching you to the Murray is extended to its limit. You have come to rest on a ledge near the canyon in the ocean floor that ancient myth says leads to the lost city of Atlantis. We deep down there. You have an experimental diving suit designed to protect you from the intense pressure of the deep. You should be able to leave the Seeker and explore the sea bottom. The new suit contains a number of the latest microprocessors, enabling a variety of useful functions. It even has a built-in waterproof smart tablet with laser communicator.
What the fuck? This book was written back in when? And they have it has a smart laser tablet?
It says this book... that's a good question.
It's not advanced, my guy.
The last book had it right in the front, but I don't see it. Here it is. It's... No, that's not it. 1978, this one, so... Wow. R.A. Montgomery was a visionary. Guy was a visionary. Yeah. Wow.
Shout outs.
The Seeker's really advanced. We're very low down on the ocean floor. We're out there. We got a suit that has microprocessors in it. I guess this is a good world we live in, where you got microprocessors in your suits, and you got laser.
We're going after Atlantis, and you know what they say.
I'm curious.
The ocean takes up about 75% of our planet, but
correct.
It's about 80% of the oceans are completely unexplored because of how deep they are. So the city of Atlantis could very well possibly exist.
We know more about the moon and Mars than we know about the bottom of the ocean.
That is very true.
And it's interesting because this laser communicator thing really gets me. Because is it that they communicate up through the ocean with lasers and they turn the lasers into a language they can understand, like some Morse code type thing, or do the lasers send audio wavelengths somehow?
I believe it's probably the latter. It's probably the second one.
Yeah. But when I just hear laser communicator, I'm like, what is that? You're at the bottom of the ocean. What does that mean?
It is probably some audio, some Doppler audio type laser type thing.
Real cool. All right, I got one more sentence here. You can cut loose from the cable. I can cut loose from the cable? Jeez. The Seeker is self-propelled. You are now in another world. Remember, this is a dangerous world. An unknown world.
Self-propelled. So
as agreed, you signal the Murray.
It's pretty impressive.
All systems go. It's awesome down here. That's us today. Let's name our character. I'm thinking, based on the voice I just gave him, maybe, we'll both read him anyway, he's both of us, but I'm thinking he has a cool name. Stefan. Is that a cool name? I don't really know what a cool name is.
Oh my god, I'm so down for Stefan.
A cool name's like Thunderhawk, but his name's not Thunderhawk. His parents didn't do that to him.
Turbo? That's such an awful name.
Stefan Turbo Estevez.
That's such an awful name. No, Turbo is like what you never hope your child ever runs into in the playground. You hope your child never runs into a kid named Turbo.
It's like your parents drank way too many Red Bulls.
And Mountain Dew.
Or something. There's something... Sorry, people who enjoy those things. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but you drank too many of them.
But in large quantities, they make your nuts shrivel up and your semen die.
And they make your children have dumb names. Alright, so, as agreed, you signal the Murray. All systems go. It's awesome down here. Our boy, Stefan Turbo Estevez.
Is that really his name?
Alright, no, that's the name I just gave him. Here are our decisions. If you decide to cut loose from the Murray and dive with the Seeker into the canyon in the ocean floor, turn to page 4. If you decide to explore the ledge where the Seeker has come to rest, turn to 6. Well, I gotta say...
That's a tough choice.
I feel like, they want us to be going deep, but I also feel like they just said how dangerous and mysterious it was and how we don't know what we're getting into, so perhaps we should explore the ledge first, because maybe we'll see a clue as to what's down there. That's kind of what I'm excited to go down there, It's awesome. Stefan thinks it's awesome. But, we're his mindscapes. We're in the mindscapes in there, in Stefan's noggin, and I think we gotta be smart. Check out the ledge first, buy our submarine, because first of all, this technology is so advanced, one man can dive into the depths of the ocean. What do you think, Tejj?
Let's see here. Let's review our choices again. It says, if you decide to cut loose from the Murray and dive with the Seeker into the canyon to the ocean floor, turn to page 4. If you decide to explore the ledge where the Seeker has come to rest, turn to page 6.
What do you think? this is really like, the question really seems to me to be, how hyped are we? Can we hold in how excited we are to explore the ocean? Like, it seems pretty reasonable to say you check the ledge before you dive into an endless abyss.
I feel like we were too conservative in the last one, and we made it all the way through, but like it wasn't as fun. I kind of want to take some chances this time.
Okay, I mean that's fair. But you know what it is? I don't think checking the ledge is. I think this first decision. You know what? I changed my mind. I was about to go on some whole rant about how this decision I feel like will just lead to more of the depth, whereas the other thing will probably like die sooner, possibly.
Let's take
right.
And get to the ocean floor.
I mean, quote from Stefan, bro.
We're fucking
all
explorers.
systems go. All systems go. Go is in capitals. It is awesome down here. Period. Not an exclamation mark. I don't know what's up with that, but he's excited.
We're diving.
We're
Page
We're
4.
hyped. We're unhooking. We're cutting. Yeah, I don't like the word cut loose though, because we got all this futuristic technology, but what we can't like. You know, we gotta
I think it's just nomenclature. It's just like they're cutting it loose, even though it's probably just like de-engaging the magnets
like being like
or whatever.
we're cutting you loose.
Yeah,
kid. Like,
yeah. There's
okay.
definitely not actually like ropes being
Well,
cut.
yeah, you're right. We literally got like crazy laser communication systems. So, all right. So we're going to page 6. Oh, cut loose. Yes. Thank you. Here you go, sir. We got a nice illustration on this page. More a little basic, but nice. I like the sketches in these books. You know, they're black and white, kind of a little manga-y. I like them.
Yeah, I actually got lost in the illustration for a second there. It's they got
this one's real nice.
You got some eels and some little schools of fish, and you're in this like I said, this like Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan. I'm sorry, this like Saiyan pod from like Dragon Ball Z, and it's it's got like these couple headlights.
The moment you said Super Saiyan, all I thought of was like, just like straight.
Anyone
yellow.
else pop a blood vessel from trying to go Super Saiyan when you were younger?
Yeah,
oh, no,
I really like. I've said this before. The use of negative space.
Gary's with me.
Gary loves some Dragon Ball, as do we clearly, because I brought it up last episode too. I'm pretty sure that we filmed. Didn't film. We recorded. I love the use of negative space in this imagery. The black and white really allows for that. Like you could tell, like the abyss is right behind us. We're in the abyss now. It's pitch black, but like. We got the lights on the submarine. That's the only
And
light,
even with the lights, you really can't really tell what's in front of you because it's so bright.
Because it's so bright. Exactly. Yeah. It's really cool. It's really cool how they use like the white negative space.
Okay, so here we go from the top. It says the Murray asks you for a more detailed status report, and you comply, telling them that you are going to cast off from the line and descend under your own power. Approval is given, and the Seeker slips silently into the undersea canyon. As you drop into the canyon, you turn the Seeker's searchlight. Straight ahead is a dark wall covered with a strange type of barnacle growth. To the left, in parentheses, port side, you see what appears to be a grotto. The entrance is perfectly round, as if had been cut by human hands. Uh-oh. I'm already bugged out.
What the hell?
I'm already bugged out. White lanternfish give off a pale greenish light. To the right, in parentheses, starboard side of the Seeker, you see bubbles rising. You see bubbles rising steadily from the floor of the canyon. If you decide to investigate the bubbles, turn to page 3. If you decide to investigate the grotto with the round entrance, turn to page 8.
So we go to port or starboard? Starboard? What is it called?
Starboard is to the right.
Starboard. Okay.
Port is to the left.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
So are we investigating?
You want to go for the bubbles, or do you want to go for the thing that looks like it's been hand cut?
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing about this decision. Because it's like, the bubbles is just, I'm interested in the bubbles.
Is it like an ADD moment, or it's just like, ooh, bubbles?
You know, I want to know where that's going. These books are crazy, but also, and I feel like how do you not investigate a cut? No one's been down here. Stefan's a smart dude. He's looking at this. He's like, looks like only a human could have made these cuts. You know? So, how do you not investigate something like that when you're about to dive deeper into the ocean? But also bubbles. You know what I used to like when I was a kid? The Zillion Bubble Show. You know about that? Like, whatever, the billion, the bajillion. There was some, I forgot the name. It was, Gary, you know what I'm talking about? The what was it? The Billion Double Show? The billion double. What am I saying? Now I'm confusing myself. The bubble show.
Dude,
the
is this a Harry Potter table?
No, it's not a Harry Potter table. That's like an extender. So you put something on there, like a board or something. We're on a table right now that has extenders on the end. It has like these like little poles you could pull out.
The thing I was thinking about, I don't know if you guys know this, like it's like a Harry Potter table. It's like there's a wand and there's like secret things you can touch and like pull out and like do crazy stuff with.
Yeah, so
we are in a nerd haven, by the way, guys.
I don't know what it is, but my point is bubbles are sweet. But so I don't know. Do we just check out the bubbles? Do we ignore clear signs of sentient humanoid life at the bottom of this abyss?
Listen, we're in this. It said from the beginning we're in this game for this Atlantis. For this Atlantis life, right? True. So like the bubbles, yeah, there's bubbles, but like
I feel like Stefan and our guy, who's still unnamed as of now, from our other episode, The Abominable Snowman, would be real good friends. They're both going to extreme lengths to find things that other people would not be going to look for. Yeah, so let's, what are we going to do? What do you think? We're going to investigate the things. We're looking for Atlantis?
We're looking for Atlantis.
All right, let's investigate the grotto. That's the grotto, right? The grotto with the round entrance. Okay, so we're literally going. Okay, yeah. Let's do it. Page 8. Here we go. You pilot the Seeker through the rounded... so back in the Seeker. Okay, so you know we did
the Seeker's the name of the little thing. The Murray is the big ship. And the Seeker is the little pod that you're in. So
we're not... I thought we were like scuba diving.
No. You're in this little like pod.
I was bugging out because I was like, we're going into this a bit. Oh, there's a submarine. Hell yeah, we don't got to stay by the ledge. Okay, I'm caught up now. That's what I thought. See, I knew the Seeker was the submarine. But I just figured right now, I was like, oh, we're back in the Seeker from before, from when it was like... Oh,
we never got out.
Okay, yet.
We haven't got out
and
yet.
And you would die from pressures, I'm assuming. I mean, micro-compressions, who knows what that's about. All right. You pilot the Seeker through the rounded entrance to the grotto. Once inside, your searchlight picks up what appears to be docks and piers along the grotto walls. The Seeker's searchlight is not very powerful. However, you do have a special laser light, which would light up the grotto like daylight. Unfortunately, the laser light can only be used twice for every short periods before it must be recharged aboard the Murray. Now more than 2,000 feet above you on the surface. Okay, so we got limited laser lights, right? There's, what is it? It looks like there's docks and piers. And I mean, let me just tell you something. There is like an image here where, mostly white and stuff. We're under the ocean. You don't see much, but docks and piers, there's literally like a sailing boat, like a ship. Like a pirate ship.
It's like a completely intact sunken ship, basically.
Like it basically doesn't even look like it is sunken. Because it looks like it is in very good condition in these, what has been described as docks and piers, parked under the ocean like the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob.
That's exactly the vibe I'm getting actually from that.
So our choices are, if we decide to cruise further into the grotto, turn to page 13. Or if we decide to use the laser light, turn to page 18. Now this is interesting. We have limited use of this laser light, so is that going to come into play? That's so interesting. Like, if we use it now, the book knows, because we're going to go to another page, then it's like, oh, you can't use your laser light now, maybe when you needed it. Whew. Or are we going to cruise further into this grotto? What do you want to do? You want to use this laser? I think this is worth investigating, honestly. There's a frickin' ship docked in a pier under the ocean.
I think I'm with you. I think we
go farther to the grotto. How do you stop after you've seen something that crazy?
I do want to take pause because of the fact that it's like giving us multiple decisions now in order to like give us what we want, which is like the grotto. So like,
yeah,
I'm kind of like, is it like trying to tell us something by doing that, or should we just say fuck it and like go for it? I think we should just go for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Today we're being a little risky. Am I nervous about wasting our laser lights? We do still have one more, I think. Be used twice for very short periods, so we can use it again. Let's hope that's enough in the decisions we make. Seems like we're getting a lot of decisions today. So if we decide to use the laser light, turn to page 18. 14, 17, 18. Boom. Here you go, buddy.
All right. The beam from the laser light illuminates the entire grotto. Far back in the floor of the grotto is a submarine.
Oh.
Cautiously, you maneuver the Seeker closer. It's a submarine that mysteriously disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle almost a year before. The Bermuda Triangle is more than 2,000 miles away. How did the sub get here? How does this guy know that it's that sub, though? That's pretty...
Yeah, how do you... Maybe there's like...
All right, Montgomery's getting a little sloppy there, in my opinion.
No, maybe... Listen, Stefan seems like a smart guy. And maybe he went up to this, he's got these lights on it, you can see everything, he sees some detail, and he's like, SJ-27. That's the code for that submarine that went down in the Bermuda Triangle. I study paranormal deep sea phenomenon. Memory. The dude studies like supernatural, paranormal, whatever, deep sea phenomenon for a living. Maybe someone wouldn't normally know that, you know. Stefan does. Stefan's looking for fucking Atlantis. I'm sure people think Bermuda Triangle might have something to do with Atlantis. You know, why is everything go missing? Maybe these people are like, you know, stay out of our turf. We got advanced society down here. You stupid land dwellers.
Let's see, how did this up get here? It doesn't appear to be damaged, but it is covered with a slimy algae. Beautiful fish swim around it as though it is their own special prize. Then you notice the main hatch is free of algae. Uh-oh. Meaning someone's done something.
So what's also interesting is, well, are there decisions to be made? All right, read the decisions and then we'll...
It says, if you decide to enter the submarine, turn to page 28. If you decide to cruise on through the grotto, ignoring the sub for now, turn to page 30. What do you want to do?
Well, I think it's very interesting, this submarine, because not only do we know it's from the Bermuda Triangle, we're also shocked because that's 2,000 miles away or something, right? That's what it said. So, I would think that might have something to do, possibly, with Atlantis, you know? Perhaps, you know, maybe someone else found it, or... You know, why are they, you know, maybe these things are linked. How do we ignore something like that? How do you come down with a submarine down here and you find another submarine and you don't investigate it? You know, what if someone's in danger?
But why? I don't understand why this dude wants to get out of his and go into this other submarine.
Oh, we're getting out.
It says, if you decide to enter the submarine, turn to page 28. Meaning, like, we're entering this other fucking submarine.
Okay. That's a little... We don't know if Stefan even knows... Stefan knows his stuff, but that seems a little risky. You're just going to go into someone else's submarine, you don't know what's in there? And then you got to go back the other way, too, if it doesn't pan out? It doesn't pan out either way, first of all. Is that even Stefan's submarine? Probably not. Whoever's funding the Murray, that's whose submarine it is. You're just going to... I don't know.
I said, and then it says, if you decide to cruise on through the grotto, ignoring the sub for now, turn to page 30. Maybe we'll give it our attention later.
Well, listen, here's something I think, though. I think Stefan's a bit of a risk taker. I think Stefan Turbo Estevez is a risk taker. So far, I think that's the vibe I'm getting from Stefan. Today, Stefan, you know what I mean? I think Stefan's like, yeah, I'm here to adventure. I'm
here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. And I want to find Atlantis. Anything that is like a part of the journey I'm trying to experience. So far, we've been going into full, let's experience it. We see some weird shit, Atlantis base, let's do that. Like, it's like, yeah, you could look at bubbles, or we could, like, focus on finding the craziest shit, and I think that's what we're doing. But, I mean, I don't know, you think we should keep going in the grotto?
Yeah, I think we should just keep moving. Keep it all moving.
I guess the submarine's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah, and we can go back to it.
The fish have made it their prize.
Exactly. They're swimming around like it's their little prize.
I like that. I feel like fish would be doing that. Shiny, whatever. Everyone always says fish like shiny. But I had a goldfish who I would always like hang like shiny shit in front of, and he would always specifically look the other way. Isn't that sad?
So I'll give you page 30 to read, okay, Blitz?
All right, thanks. Thanks, Tejj. All right, well...
Yes!
Tejj, you got what you wanted, man. You got what you wanted. You did a good job. I guess I'm always playing it a little safer than you.
You know what? I just learned a valuable lesson in, like, if you try to rush things, you will fucking die. Well, I don't.
Let's read it.
Yeah, let's just read it.
We got an ending. So I'm gonna read it. All right. You cruise through the grotto, past the wreck of the submarine. There is another shipwreck, and then another. They too are covered with algae, and they also appear undamaged. Maybe people from Atlantis captured ships in the Bermuda Triangle and bring them here. Oh, crap. There is a 3-master schooner of the type used in the early 1800s. Its rigging is festooned with algae, and fish swim lazily around its mast. Your curiosity captures you and you put on your diving suit, leaving the seeker. You move towards the old sailing ship. Suddenly, a 13-foot-long deadly poisonous sea snake strikes from behind the forward cabin and bites you in the soft flesh between the fingers of your right hand. There is no antidote to the deadly poison. I'm sorry, this is getting worse and worse. I thought like some supernatural shit was gonna. Nope, you bit by a snake, you're dead.
How did
you're right, we're dead, bro. Listen to this.
Wait, but how did it get into the submarine that we're in?
No, no. We're out, bro. Look, our curiosity got us, bro. Where the hell is it?
God damn it, Stefan.
Yeah, it's here. Your curiosity captures you leave the secret, yeah. So, the neurotoxin spreads like a wave up your forearm on its way to your cerebral cortex. Your life has been short and sweet. Farewell, brave one.
Oh my god.
And that's how it goes. Yep, Gary walked away for a second. He missed that. So, we didn't choose to investigate this other submarine. Tejj convinced me. I agree. It's like, what's the rush? Submarine's not going anywhere. Let's keep investigating the grotto. Turns out, in the rest of the grotto, there's ships from all over that Stefan thinks maybe the Atlanteans, for whatever reason, are bringing here from the Bermuda Triangle. Stefan clearly knows a lot about the Bermuda Triangle. He's like recognizing these ships, and it's piquing his interest a little too much. He gets out of his submarine. He got out of his submarine, Gary, right? Bottom of the ocean. Has no idea what's going on. We swim up to this boat, one of the boats. Guess what happens?
You got bit by a snake and died.
Okay, you heard that part, yeah. Snake popped out. There you go.
I only heard the very, very end of what happened.
Yeah. Instantly, there is no cure. Like, can we at least try? You know, are we dead that fast?
Suck out the
There's
poison.
no cure. Stefan is so smart, he already knows he's dead. It's like, Stefan got bitten, he's like, shit. I'm dead. I know there's no cure. I'm not calling for help. I'm not using my laser communicator.
Wait, so let's go back and see what happens if we don't just cruise past the grotto. I think it was page 18.
Yes. Let's go back. Let's do a do-over.
Quick little rewind.
Rewind. All right.
So what was the next option? 28, right?
If we enter the submarine, yes.
Yeah, 28.
Let's enter the submarine. Let's do that. Let's enter the submarine. We got to start doing punishments for when we lose. We got to figure out. You guys send us ideas for creative fun. You know, we're not trying to like ruin our lives with punishments, but just creative things we can do.
Like something funny, yeah. Like a dunce hat. Or
we'll let you guys know upcoming books when we get them.
Or like something like that.
You know the books right now. We got the Abominable Snowman. We got this other one. We're gonna get more, and whatever. Yeah, ideas, shots. Other things, whatever, just things maybe themed to this. Somehow, maybe if like something with ice cubes for the Abominable Snowmans or super uncomfortable, something. I think it'll add a little intensity to it, but I'm having a good time. This is fun. Let's enter the submarine. Okay.
Cool. Nice little double page.
Read this one? I got to read our first try. You
got it.
I was crushed. Really, that fish story. Leading into that. My fish's name was Pico. He was very sweet. Also, fun fact, he killed himself.
Oh, God.
This is a really dark episode. We were literally talking about the Holocaust
I didn't know fish were able to kill themselves.
What
did it do? Just like keep throwing itself out of the tank?
So we had a fish bowl. I have a turtle. I have a turtle named Spunky. She's wonderful. She's a red-eared slider. She's 32 years old. Believe it or not, she's been in my family for many years. My parents got her when she was very young, and she's older than me. She's older than my brother. We take wonderful care of her. She has a wonderful tank and everything, but when you get a free goldfish at a carnival and you already have a turtle that costs a lot of money to take care of, you just put that shit in a bowl. And Pico, you know, he was a good dude. I liked him. I liked looking at him and shit, but one day I came home from school, and my old dog, I had a big old golden doodle, he was like laying on the floor crying, and I was like, what's going on? Right by the tank. It was like the turtle tank and then the fish and then the little fish bowl. And Pico was on the ground dead in front of my dog who was crying. He jumped out of his bowl. Dude killed himself. Horrible.
I can't believe that's actually what happened.
It's a true story.
I didn't know fish could do that.
You know,
I was just like being like superfluous.
If there's one thing I've learned from nature docs, David Attenborough's taught me well. Fish are smarter than you think. So smart that they could feel complex emotions and choose to take their lives at a time that damages the other people in their lives. Really, really messed me up as a kid. Not really. I was sad for a little bit. But I also thought it was ridiculous. I was more interested in how my dog laid there and was very upset about it as well. Anyway.
Because dogs are in tune with a higher reality.
They really are. One time my dog, my old dog, R.I.P., Jack, when I'm talking about Golden Doodle, laid on me, I think I told you the story, the crazy earthly wisdom. We also actually have my cat right here. His name's Toby. He lives in my brother's house, but his name's Toby. He's a little cutie. You might hear his bell or something. Toby! He's not paying attention. Let's keep reading. Pets are cool. I just got killed by a snake. We all just got killed by a snake. Anyway, the submarine is indeed mysterious. Opening the hatch on the conning tower, you enter the sub. It is amazingly clean and orderly. There are no signs of life, but no signs of struggle or death. That's no signs of life, no signs of death. We're in a good place. A voice softly speaks. Thousands of years ago, the leader... Who's speaking? A robot? I guess so. Thousands of years ago, the leaders of Atlantis realized that their continent was slipping into the sea. They discovered a large underground cavern and built new forms of living quarters for their people. Later, when Atlantis was deep beneath the ocean, some of our scientists discovered and perfected an operation enabling us to breathe underwater. The voice, which sounds friendly, also, I guess I gave him a monotone, but he's friendly, also tells you that there are two groups in Atlantis. One group is thought to be good, while the other is seen as evil. Come join us, the voice says. You can use the secret passageway to Atlantis. It begins just over there. I like this robot, dude. I guess it's just the submarine talking to us. As you follow directions, you spy a remarkable underwater craft passing by. There are several people aboard, and they smile at you. Or do they? If this is an Atlantean ship, are the people good or evil? Do they know the secret passageway? That was a whop. That was a whopping amount of information right there. So first of all, again, you make a couple right decisions and you're in Atlantis, baby. This submarine, first of all, is an alien submarine. Clearly. Look at this submarine. I don't know if this is one...
First of all, it's a straight-up upgrade.
First of all, the submarine was speaking to us.
It's a straight-up upgrade. We went from, the Super Saiyan... Sorry, the Saiyan pod in Dragon Ball to, the big ship in Lilo and Stitch, the one where they're, flying around.
Yep.
In the movie. That big ship, we straight upgraded.
So there's a couple things I think are interesting about this. First of all, we got some choices. Let me read those. If you hurry in, trying to reach the secret passageway without being seen, turn to page 44. If you rush back to the Seeker trying to escape danger, turn to page 45. But a couple points here. Stefan, wow, good job. Found an alien craft, basically. It's not a UFO. I guess it's a USO, some submerged crazy object that... This robot just gave us the whole frickin' history of Atlantis, basically, But it's interesting, because not with too many details. It's just our continent was slipping into the sea, so we moved underwater. Learned how to breathe and stuff. But that's cool. Also, another interesting thing is this good and evil... This is why we have to decide if we want to try sneaking in or if we're trying to rush. Or if we're trying to go back to the... Seeker, because we don't know what we're getting into. We don't know if the submarine we're in are the good. I mean, I guess it's a neutral party. He seems cool with us, but he's saying that he's basically like, hey, by the way, without any more details, there's good and bad. Or I like how R.A. words it, because he says one group is thought to be good while the other is seen as evil.
Interesting
wordplay right there. Sounds to me like neither may be true. But also, so this robot's giving us this information, and then it's like, alright, so let's go, secret passageway. Yeah, to where, bro? Are we going? What does that even mean? What kind of robot speaks to you in, not factual, It's just oh, hey, how's it going? You might notice there's some bad... It's like he's like a tour guide.
It's AI. It's just a high-tech AI.
I would think high-tech AI can be like, This group is called the Atlanteans. They live over here and do this. This passageway will take you to the city. Or maybe, maybe we'll. Maybe we'll talk some commands or something. What do you want to do? Are we going back to the Seeker? We're not going back to the Seeker.
Obviously, my choices are compromised. So you gotta you gotta make.
We only died once.
You gotta make this choice on your own.
But listen, I mean, here's the way I see it. Did we die before? Yes. But
Was it premature?
But Stefan,
Yes.
I wanted to talk about this actually because this is interesting. One thing that goes with something you said earlier, when you read the description in the first episode of Abominable Snowman, check it out, plug, you say something about how, like, we could go back and make the right choice after we made the wrong choice, like it said something in the book like that. It's like some time travel thing, like Looper or something. Even more crazy, you make these decisions. So in the last book, this monk guy, right, gave us wisdom. Go listen to it. He gave us some wisdom, and it didn't come into play at all. I'm thinking, you get that wisdom through that experience, but then when you go back through the book, it helps you in another timeline. Like, you retain Stefan or whoever, guy from other book, anonymous name, man. They're like traveling through time, like dying, going back, and then retaining some of the information. You could use information you pulled from an alternate timeline where you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So there's some deep space-time travel going on here. But yeah, like, we're not going back to our ship. We're looking for Atlantis. It's like, Stefan's still a risk taker, you know, like, will we die maybe? Yes, but I think this is a little safer than before. I think our computer, he's not evil, I don't think. He sounds friendly, apparently. So let's do it. Let's go to, you're saying I can make this decision, Tejj?
It's all you, Blitz.
I really think you shouldn't be so hard on yourself, though, for the next decision.
Okay. I'll make
this one, yeah. We'll I'll pick this one, you pick the next one, but we're not going back.
We'll collaborate on that.
I think either way you could agree.
Isn't it so funny how cats just like to knock shit over?
Yeah, Toby's just knocking stuff over
They
right
just
now.
like to watch stuff that fall off a shelf.
He's very curious. He loves knocks. He loves water. He loves, like, slapping water and stuff. He like running water, slapping stuff. Yeah. We're not rushing back to the Seeker. Please tell me you agree with me that we're not going to go back to our ship when we just found it.
I'm in no rush. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So see, we're all here. We're all part of it. Let's go to page 44. 44. Not an ending. We are not dead. Here you go, Tejj.
Oh, we're in business. All right. You escape being seen by the submarine craft. Following the instructions, you enter a passageway. At the end of the passageway is an airlock door, and beyond it, a large air-filled cavern.
Ooh.
Perhaps it is inside of the extinct volcano. The land is pleasant, although strange to your experience. A soft substance covers the ground. It seems to be alive. You can't tell. A gentle light comes from the sides of its huge cavern. It reminds you of early morning light just before the sun rises. A group of people approach you, making friendly gestures. Oh, they're not making one of these.
He flipped the bird.
They're probably one of the princess bride. What's this called? The pageant wave.
Pageant wave. You know what I like? Golf clap. You ever heard?
Yes.
Clap with their fingers or something? I like that. I feel like that's fancy.
It says.
Continue, Tejj. Yes.
It says they're wearing simple clothes, much like the clothes people wore in ancient Greece. They seem kind and generous. You remove your diving suit to find the air is good to breathe. Ooh, that's a surprise.
Well, they said, I guess we're in some sort of area where you could breathe, which
Right.
seems like some sort of living. We're inside that, right? Like the living cavern thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're in some sort of future-y, weird. I love sci-fi stuff like that, like weird, organic, like materials. That's cool. Is it alive? Is it not? It's up to you. Continue, Tejj.
It says these people speak a language that is unknown to you, but one of them acts as an interpreter. You find out that this is Atlantis. Uh-oh. Boom.
Boom, baby.
See, this highlights.
We're not in Paraguay.
This highlights
We're not in Italy. We're not in Yugoslavia. Atlantis, baby. Boom. Go to the bottom of the sea. What do you get? Get Atlantis.
This highlights how one choice makes a fucking difference, right? Because, like, literally...
You're dead by a
snake bite, or you find a magic ship that takes you to Atlantis. Wow.
And things are always, like I'm saying, things are always happening so fast here, but it's great. It's very exciting. I like that we're just now in Atlantean society. And I think it's interesting that they're Greek. I don't know much about Atlantis and the history. I know about that Disney movie, that mediocre, you know? I don't, not that I didn't like it, but I feel like it's panned as like a mediocre Disney movie, Atlantis, you know that one? I had the PlayStation 1 game, which was pretty fun. You got to, like, play as different characters, and you had to, like, solve puzzles with their different
In
skills.
the new Aquaman movie, there's Atlantis. Atlantis is part of the the world. Yeah.
I know a lot about Aquaman, though. Know a lot about them comic books. Not really that much about Aquaman, but, like, in general, you know, stuff like random stuff Aquaman's in, Justice League stuff, Crisis's alternate Earth events.
All right, so let me wrap up this page here.
Yeah.
It says they tell you it's governed by a man who's greedy, selfish, and dangerous. The people are like slaves. Uh-oh. Everyone is unhappy except a few who serve the ruler as his lieutenants. These new friends ask for your help. Wow, we made friends with these people pretty quickly.
Kind of sounds like Aquaman a little.
These new
Political dissent.
These new friends ask for your help. Perhaps you can help them escape. So our choices are: if you decide to leave your new friends and search for the ruler, turn to page 59. If you decide to help your new friends escape, turn to page 60.
Wait, what?
If you decide to leave your new friends and search for the ruler, turn to page 59. If you decide to help your new friends escape, turn to page 60.
Okay, so these guys are nice. I mean, we could help them escape. We're not really here to save Atlantis, I guess. I mean, maybe Stefan's down. We'll get into that. Maybe we should step in. But also, I just keep coming back to the book saying before about, you know, the thing about seen as good and thought to be evil. So is this that? Is this...
Yeah, because right now it looks like everything's nice, but then we find out that the ruler is actually kind of a shitty person.
Is that as simple as this? And is that what the two groups are? Yeah, right? Like, he has people, like his people, who are, like, above the other people, it seems. But are they manipulating us? I don't think so. I don't think R.A. Montgomery's trying to make people super paranoid.
If he is, he succeeded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super paranoid constantly while we read these books, but I feel like... I mean, okay, do we help these people? Or do we go straight to this guy? First of all, I think we definitely help these people, because...
But I feel like by helping them escape, we're like basically engaging in an act of revolt of whatever government we've just...
Possibly, yes, because they, like, have no freedom. I guess that's true, but it's also, like... My whole thing is if we get them out, who's to say we could get back in, you know? And, like you're saying, maybe for whatever reason, like, they're going to make it hard for us to get in, they're going to kill us or something, and, like, we're here to learn as much as we can about Atlantis, and I'm down to help these people, but I think Stefan needs to see for himself. I think, based on the way Stefan, you know, how does Stefan, after he's come this far, just listen to what some people he just met tell him, you know, when he could go see himself? And Stefan's a risk taker, as I said. I mean, we have no weapons, so that's a thing. Oh, Daniel. Our friend Dan's calling Tejj right now. That silly boy.
Our mutual buddy.
It's podcast time, Daniel. Alright, so I was watching this movie, highly recommended if you like horror movies. I watched it with Gary, actually. The Void. It's on Netflix, I think. Check it out. If it's not on Netflix anymore, it's on like Shudder. If you have Shudder, I don't know. You can watch things. People figure it out. Internet. Really cool, like an 80s John Carpenter-y, I don't even know. Crazy. It reminded me of Hellraiser a little too. Just like a crazy, crazy movie. Highly recommended. The Void. We're in a void right now. In the ocean. In a society. Yeah, so I kind of think... I imagine Stefan is like a Flash Gordon type character. He's all American.
I guess,
but
Blitz, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. The real choice is, what do? Do we engage in an act of revolt and free these people, or do we go to the ruler and try to talk to him?
Well, listen. That's why I'm getting at. Flash Gordon is a man of action. He would help these people through going... Maybe it wouldn't work at first, but he's not going to sit around and take a chance. He's going to go straight to this guy. He's going to go straight to this guy, see what's what, and solve the problem the right way. You can't just listen to what someone says to you. And guess what? If he is bad news, maybe we'll take care of him. We'll help him that way.
Bad news bears.
Just because you don't help them escape now, why help them escape? Maybe we can make Atlantis a better place, you know?
So what do you think you want to do?
What do you think? I think actually let's not help our new friends and let's go talk to the ruler. Nothing against our new friends, I just think we need to be more informed. Stefan's all about learning as much as he can about Atlantis. Let's learn more, and if there really is trouble, we Flash Gordon, baby. We might jump into stuff, but we'll deal with whatever comes our way, unless a snake bites us and we instantly die.
It's your page 59.
Oh, thank God! I saw the page before has the end on it. And I was like, damn. Not today, though. Let's see. It doesn't take you long to find the king. One of his countless agents leads you to him. He is in a small, simple room with a strobe light glowing from the rounded ceiling. Alright, I guess he's into raves or something. Ooh, he's got a cool voice. You want to do this voice? I did the robot.
No, you got it.
Okay, cool. So, you have found your way here after all. Put your mind at rest. I won't hurt you. The king's booming voice startles you. Oh, it's a booming voice. Really, they always get you after. Maybe the Atlanteans are wrong about this person. Exactly, see? He offers you a chance to join his government. He tells you that most people are lazy and selfish and deserve to be ruled with power and command.
Uh-oh.
He has been king for almost 1,000 years, and he has survived because he is not afraid to be tough. He wants you to be an advisor on his staff. Welp, this dude's Palpatine. I'm giving him a new voice. How about this one? So, you have found your way here after all. Put your mind at rest, young one. I will not hurt you. The king's and then yes, he does. This dude's a Sith Lord. Let's see the options. We could decide to accept the king's offer and work for him. Turn to page 80, or we could refuse and go back to join the other people. I'm gonna say we join our friends because, personally, for me, I mean, I guess living for 1,000 years, whatever, ruling like that's pretty cool. Stefan's obviously very into the Atlantis, but first of all, I believe Stefan's a man who's trying to bring these answers to the people.
But listen, it doesn't mean that you're gonna live for 1,000 years. You might just live for I think he's just trying to bribe you to make sure you don't help your new friends.
Dude's all about power and command. Not my kind of guy. I think Stefan's, he's like I said, he's a red-blooded American. He's all about the freedom. Stefan is all, what do you look at? Because of freedom, because of wherever Stefan's from, because of what he is given, the opportunities he's given, he got to discover a lost society. This dude's suppressing his people. Maybe there's a super Atlantis that's a society that was already underwater, that was getting sunk deeper underwater, and the Atlanteans, guess what? They can't find super sub-Atlantis because this dude's suppressing their thoughts and shit in society. Fuck this guy.
You went from being they are completely wrong about this man. I love him. He is the man I've been looking for to fuck this guy.
I mean, okay, but no. I mean, I was saying that whole time, fuck him because he's suppressing their freedoms. But yeah, just fuck him. Just fuck him. As I was, the only time I was down with him at first, he was like, "I'm not gonna hurt you," and then you're like, "Oh, maybe he's cool," and then he instantly is like, people are lazy and selfish.
They need to be ruled with power.
Power comes to those who earn it. Crush them under your boots, Stefan. Join me. The power of Atlantis shall be at your disposal to rule for 1,000 years. Join my council. So I think, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah? Let's refuse and go back to join the other people. I hope we don't die.
We're probably going to die. I think the smart political move is to accept his offer and stay in his court and try to rule Atlantis from the inside.
Do you?
I do think
Should
that's
we do
a smart
that?
move.
Is that now? I'm thinking it's too late, right? We already decided.
I think we already decided, yeah.
And we're not dead yet. Here you go, Tejj.
Here we go. Advisor to a mean king? Not a chance. You tell him
that guy.
You tell him that you want nothing to do with the tyrant who doesn't believe in people. You tell him to his face that the people are unhappy and angry. He laughs and tells you to go back to them if you wish. He warns you that the people are complainers, not workers. Once back with your new friends, you discuss how to overthrow the king and his henchmen. So the coup d'etat has already begun.
The dude's literally like, fine. You don't want to join me? Go back to those losers. And then you go back and you're like, all right, so let's kill this guy. Let's stage a coup. Let's throw him in prison. Probably shouldn't have let you leave when you
I love Ari.
discovered
I
his
love,
society and showed how adamantly against his society you were, and you're just going to go rile up all those people you already met.
I love these books in Ari Montgomery because he's so quick. Like, everything is so fast. Like, you go from... I'm sorry. We're recording this podcast very late.
It's almost 11:30. Yeah, we're going to call it soon.
But I love how quick everything is with Ari Montgomery is with everything, because he's like, you go from, like, especially in the last page, you're like, oh, this is a really nice guy, to being like, oh, he's a power drunk piece of shit, to, and then this one, you're like, oh, we're just gonna go back to our friends and plot his overthrow.
I thought we were dead. I thought he was like, you are not going anywhere.
And then look, so it goes from you've been planning his overthrow, and then it goes, but on the day of the revolt, someone discovers a leak in the volcano wall of the underwater world. The entire civilization is in danger. All thoughts of revolt are forgotten.
Throw the revolt out the window.
Yep, these Atlanteans will
fish
stop
to
the
fry.
sea from crashing in on them. Everyone works for a common purpose. Survival is the goal.
Okay, so it's getting late, so we're going to do something we wanted to do last time, and we were feeling it out. We're going to try it now. We're just going with the flow here on the CYOP. CYOPP, I guess. We're going to give you guys these decisions. We'll read them to you 2 times. We'll close up final thoughts. And then you let us know what choice you think we should make on part 2 of Journey Under the Sea. So the choices we got here are, if you decide to work with them in this time of disaster, turn to page 112. Or, Tejj, you could read the other one.
And if you don't want to do that, you can decide to take advantage of this emergency to escape. And then you turn to page 114. So let's see, we could either help these people save themselves or say, F that.
So make a vote, dudes. We're going to set up a vote somehow, whatever. Comment, like, subscribe, do it. We love you all. It's been a fun ride. I like this book so far. I think I actually like it more than the first one.
I think this one provides a lot more opportunity to, go back and forth.
Yes, it's really, we're also more comfortable with it now, but it definitely helps that there's always decisions to make. The last one, the decisions were all very intense, I feel like. Every decision was like, oh my god. And this one still, like, has a feeling of, like, the decisions are important, all of them, but, like, I feel like since we're making so many more, we get to go through we get to go through more before we just instantly die or instantly find enlightenment. We haven't found any endings yet. We found Atlantis a couple choices ago. Now we might save Atlantis. It's up to you guys. Stefan, if you think Stefan should stay, let us know. If you think Stefan should get out of there because volcanoes are dangerous, that's also fair. Underwater volcanoes are extremely dangerous. Thank God they're not up here. This is the Choose Your Own podcast. I'm Jeremy.
My name is Tejj.
And we are signing out, baby.